Hello everybody, my name is Ungar and welcome back to Empires of the Undergrowth. Now today we're playing one of the most festive missions in the game. I am of course talking about Hibernation, in which we are a wood ant colony which must survive the harsh winters, and there is an opposing super colony of 4 separate wood ant queens that going to be contending for resources. But yeah, we're going to be playing it on hard today. Slightly more of a challenge, but not too insane. And, you know, we're just going to be playing this for the holidays. I'll also be streaming the festive spider soon. But we can see our beautiful little Christmas hat on our queen. And I think this is one of the only levels which still has the old tile set in it, which is kind of cool. Although that'll probably be removed, as I doubt that's intended. And it has its own music and narration, which is kind of cool. Lacking in numbers and food is dwindling. With aphids dying off as conditions worsen, this colony needs to gather food while it's still able. Yes, I understand. Very nice. I think this is probably one of the coolest extra levels. It also has its own above ground tile base and just some really cool stuff that's not seen in, I don't think, any other missions, because like this is the only one with the vegetation and stuff in it. But yeah, I'm just gonna start collecting some of our exterior nest stuff, digging out the basis of our nest. But before I cut to when that's done, just to inform you guys, I am a little bit sick. I have a bit of a cold, so sorry about any slight coughing or such throughout the video. I apologize. Alrighty, so I have got most of our nest down. We have 2 19 worker chambers, and I'm starting on some rapid fire, I believe is the unit option we have. And yeah, there really isn't much food out on the map that isn't contended. You can go over here, but then the allies, enemy allies, just start chasing you down, which is not very fun. But there is an abundance of underground food. So instead of fighting the super colony, we're just going to stay underground and collect most of our food here. And for the rundown of our nest, like I said, our brood chambers consist of 2 19s of workers, a 19 of rapid fire, and then we're going to build an extra 7 workers for just some, you know, nest duties, and we have our food storage up here. And as the narrator is saying right now, we need to collect this vegetation, which is going to start radiating heat as it decays, which is going to be extraordinarily important to us, because this is temperature, and if this goes below that skull, we immediately die. So to stop that from happening, we're going to need to collect some vegetation, which is stored on special heating tiles, and we're just going to throw these all around the queen. But that is the later part of the mission. Right now, our main goal is collect food, as, you know, I'm pretty sure we're not going to die tonight. We survived this night, but by next night, we need to be on vegetation. Alrighty, so I've gutted most of our nest. You can see there's only a few very tough chambers left, and that is literally pretty much all the food you need to gather. You can see that I have all of my 19 workers, my little nest 7, and a couple spitters up here. Now this may look like leafcutter refuse, and I'm pretty sure that's because it's the same texture, but it's a heating chamber, 950 storage in here, and putting it closer to the queen I found is helpful. I don't know if it actually is or if I'm just hallucinating, but it appears to be more helpful. So even though this is a very ugly nest, I just shoved it as close as I could. And yeah, outside it's gonna get pretty rough now. As the narrator is saying, it's becoming more scarce, we're running out of time, and it's starting to snow. Although I'm pretty sure this stuff starts spawning more as time goes on, so I don't know if the narrator's lying or what's really happening there. But I haven't really shown you much around the above ground map. There's a special retextured wolf spider, which is, I think, the woodland wolf spider. It's just the same thing, but it has a very much darker texture. And there's needles all over the ground, pine needles, I think. And then there's also a snow texture, which looks very nice. And here, and then also on green team's base, is pretty much the only two places we can reliably get this vegetation without being mobbed by these guys every single second. You can see they do come here, but since they're so far over there and they just came over this way, I think we could probably rush a grab of some of this stuff before they come back for us. But we're in no position to fight them. They've got like a bunch of level 3s and stuff, and that's probably them on way. So if you guys wouldn't mind hurrying it up and getting out of here. Go, go, go right now, because they are going to be coming. Turn attack off, as like I said, we cannot fight them. But instead, just go down here and clean up this little bit that I missed. And look at that, perfect. We just grabbed a whole bunch of it and made them run after us, but they won't chase up, they won't chase us up our little nest. They can't kill us, but they'll just harass our foraging lines. Obviously, if they were allowed to kill us, yeah, we'd be dead a long time ago. But I think what we want to do now is rally up here and try and steal some stuff from green, because I think green is the only one that can come after us, and I'm sure a couple of us can get in there and just steal a bit from green. So that's what I'm going to send my ants on way to do. Alrighty, so a successful little steal there. We just went up their hill and, you know, literally just took a bunch of food from them. But green doesn't seem that happy about us, and really there's nothing they can do though. Pink has just died, so we're pretty much safe to go down here now, which is great for us, and, you know, some more narrator lines as per usual. We're just rolling in vegetation right now. There's just a bunch of it all around our queen. And yeah, it's gonna decay, make sure our nest is warm, and that's how we win this mission with our lovely little Christmas hat. But it gets really close. Like, even if you have enough vegetation, your queen will pretty much have unseeable health because she gets so cold. So we need to make sure that she's nowhere near below the limit, or we might as well just die, which will not be good. And you can see again, we're just rushing all this food up here. Well, not really food, but since there's only one resource in the game and it's called food, I tend to call any collectible in Empires food, but it's vegetation, which I guess could be food, but we're not using it as food. It is our heating, I guess, somehow, which is actually pretty interesting. I heard that they based this level off of a real documentary, which is pretty cool to know that in the wild wood ants do this and they just collect this stuff to live out here. And the snow is just absolutely beautiful. I love this mission. Great festive spirited mission. And oh no. Everyone run. Everybody run. Everyone go. Turn off, attack, go. Everyone go. Everyone go. Everyone go. We are currently being attacked by, who's this? Green team, who is apparently still not happy that we came in and stole their vegetation, even though the enemy colonies don't ever collect any. So, yeah, I guess that's a thing. And you know what? Have everyone collect themselves down here, prepare to fight, and I guess, yeah, we're pretty much gonna have to fight these guys off, as we're full on vegetation. Excuse me a sec, I need a cough. Well, as I said before I had to cough, we're full on vegetation, so you know what time it is? It is time to upgrade our vegetation storage, which, you know, just means creating another ring or two around our queen as close as possible, and since we're never really upgrading any of our units, I honestly really don't care. Although it is a little bit of an eyesore to see an imperfect nest. In this mission, it's all about survival, so we kind of just have to ignore that and just put in a whole bunch of that. But I may have just done something very dumb, and it appears like we are out of food. So I guess it's time to go underground and clear some more chambers. I think probably the best will be up here. We could take 4, probably. We have a little bit of food. So, yeah, I'll see you when we clear them out. Alrighty, so now we have nearly 3,000, vegetation storage, sorry. And you can see we have plenty food left over. So I don't think that's an issue anymore, but vegetation is definitely going to start to become an issue. So we're going to switch to that, and now that green is dead, I believe we're just going to book all our ants over here, and I think I'll go into a vegetation collection time lapse for you. So, we have a bit of a problem. We've collected a bunch of this stuff, but I'm not sure if it's enough. It's, yeah, midwinter, which is not very good. And above ground, we are no longer able to survive. This guy is probably gonna die as, you know, it's getting pretty cold out there. I did try and save as much vegetation closest to our nest as possible, so we have this in reserve, but we have 1,000. All we need was about 900. And we have so much food to replenish our ants if they end up freezing to death that we should be fine. As I said, our queen's health is going to get very low, as we can see here. And I've already heard a few pops from our brood chambers, so I believe a couple of our ants sadly did die. But do we have enough to survive the winter? I mean, it says we do, so hopefully we're going to pull it off here. And then we've pretty much won the level once we get past this point. And our queen's holding pretty steadily. She's getting really low, but we have enough. Please? Yes. There we go. You can see in the objectives, we have done it pretty much. Hopefully. I mean, obviously she's still on very low health, but the objective says that we've done it when the winter's coldest, so I'm pretty sure we can survive warmer weather than this. And yeah, all the enemy colonies have died, and oh, there you have it. Hibernation. The birds finally emerge from their nest. Even the queen can be seen warming herself in the sun. With the harshest days of winter behind them, these wood ants now have a chance to stake out their territorial claim in this contested woodland. Victory for Formica rufa. Beautiful map, beautiful level, absolutely love it. It's so unique, and it's a very festive level. But yeah, since I have a cough, I'm gonna keep the outro short and straight to the point. If you did enjoy, please remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Yeah, have a good day, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, and don't forget to join the Discord with the link in the description. Goodbye!